Hey, you guys, welcome to Henshin Hangout. Henshin Hangout. We got Johnny back. Unfortunately, Justin's going to be gone for a little bit, but, you know, we're going to hold it down, and we're going to be talking about all your favorite Kamen Rider and Super Sentai shows. I'm so ready for Resoldier, are you? No? Yeah. You're just a little hesitant. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday. Like I always say, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and
we appreciate that.
So thank you for that. This is the second part of our TGIS block. So thank you for joining us.
Thank God it's Saturday.
Yes. How's your week going, man? I know you're a little late because you're sick.
Yeah, it's been
should I move over a little bit?
Just to save your life a little bit. As you guys know, I'm a teacher. It's been a busy week at school.
And all these little snotty ass kids, you know.
It's like when one kid gets the bug, everyone at the school gets the bug, and so it just kind of hit us all hard.
We just need to get you like one of those like high grade gas masks that they used back in the olden days when people were afraid of all the crazy
shit. So I'm just wearing the gas mask at the board. Like, who knows the answer to one? Don't touch me. One, anybody?
Don't touch me. But yeah, so you're doing good?
Yeah, I'm
Other
doing
than
good.
that,
Doing
just
good.
lemon and ginger, man. Lemon and ginger.
Ooh, try. What about you? How's your week been going?
Oh man, last night was a blur. It was a blur.
I was supposed to be out there with you guys, but I saw
you set it up and then you didn't even show up. So what's the deal?
I know.
What's the deal?
I was so sad. I wanted to go out too.
You can't throw a party and not even show up to your own party. What is that? What's going on
here? When you're dying on the inside, sometimes you can't.
So, where do you want to start first?
Let's start. Let's save the best for last.
Okay.
So we'll talk about Zi-O. No, I'm joking. Let's talk about Zi-O first.
Talk about Zi-O first?
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed this. I enjoyed it a little bit. It was fine. I like that we got the Another Riders back because I do like the look of these Another Riders. The earlier ones. I liked what's his name? Build was great. X-Aid was cool. Which is the one that looks like a predator? That's X-Aid, right? Oh, Woes, yeah.
Yeah, and then X-Aid with the dreads and everything like that. Yeah, it was X-Aid.
So it's cool. We got a little backstory into Sugo's life and that he survived a bus crash, and there was another survivor who turns out to be the Another Zi-O. What'd you think about this episode?
So here's the thing. Like, one, I agree with you. Like, the introduction of this new rider added like another level of mystery to it. So that was like really cool to me. I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. So we're just like, I got to like building upon this and everything like that. So we got this another rider who's like got this like kind of like weird was like duality story like to Sugo and everything like that. They were both in the same bus accident, but Sugo I guess might be destined to be king, whereas like he might be destined to be a pauper. So he's like, no, that's not fair. I lost my parents too, so maybe that's his whole vengeance scheme or whatever.
Is that a trope that they use a lot in comic books before?
Yeah, they've done it with other characters before. Like Prometheus from Justice League is like just like Batman, but his parents were criminals, and they get killed by the police, which makes him go evil and whatnot. So they've done this type of juxtaposition before and everything like that. I was like, why do you get to be special when I'm not? I heard the same way as you. So it's something we've seen before, which I guess is part of the reason why I'm not that excited for it.
But do you think that they're gonna lean into it a little bit more and have like give this character a lot of background and character development because he has kind of the same origin stories as Sugo?
They might.
Sogo.
They might, but the problem with it is, though, is that it just feels like very last minute-ish to me. Because here's the thing, like, again, like, as I was watching this episode, in the same episode, we find out that Sugo lost his parents, and then we find out there are two survivors of the bus crash. Yeah. And I'm just like, why didn't we find out about Sugo losing his parents like maybe 10 episodes earlier? You kind of set these things up.
I wonder which one is which.
Low key, though. I was trying to read. I don't read Japanese. I was trying to figure that out.
No, obviously the happier kid is.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I was like, maybe it would be kind of dope if it was something.
Yeah.
But you know, that was the kind of thing about it is that it would have been dope if they had kind of like set this up like 10 episodes ahead of time and kind of like gave this background, which I kind of feel like by the time we got to here, it would have been like, oh, wait, what? There was another survivor?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we didn't even know about this. That would have made it by more like interesting. But again, now it just seems like very last minute. Like they're almost writing the show like week to week, where they're just like pulling these things out last minute. Yeah. So that was just my critique of it.
But it's definitely going to be interesting to see like. I want to learn more about him. I want to learn more about other than his little vendetta to collect all these Another Rider watches. I want to learn more about how he got to this place and how he got gifted these powers.
No, same. Like I am interested in this character, but the only problem with the two is that like, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to like bring all these critiques or whatnot, but the thing about it is that as I was watching it, it was just like, for one, I was just starting to think about Build again because again, Build was such an amazing series. But the thing about it was that throughout Build, we continuously got answers to things. I'm like, we still haven't got any answers to anything really yet, and that's been my whole thing about this is like you keep introducing more mysteries.
Well, I mean,
you're not giving enough answers to things.
I feel like they're trying to cloud the whole story with the whole time travel thing, and like not trying to have a solidified story because time changes.
Yeah,
time changes constantly, and it's it's hard to build a story when things keep changing. What do you think about the time jackers though?
That was the game. So time jackers are cool, but I want to see continuation from that last story where we saw where Wool got kind of thrown into it and everything like that. So I want to see Wool maybe be a little bit hesitant.
You kind of see it a little bit here. He's kind of like. He's not happy. He's definitely not happy with. He's not
happy-go-lucky like he usually was.
He's not happy with Schwartz. He's just like, what is going on? Why are you doing? Why are you doing all this?
And we see Schwartz is going more to the straight up evil villainous type role where he's off on his own, breaking rules, going. But again, this was as I was thinking about this. I was like, it would be kind of cool just to know clearly what the time jacker's goal is and how this is going to play to the bigger thing.
Yeah.
If I kind of knew that by now, I'd be okay with this because it's obvious he's breaking some rule, but I don't feel invested in it because I don't know what rule he's breaking.
Yeah. Well,
and that's kind of the problem.
Maybe if we bring back Zi-O and have them kind of overlook these time jackers and try to figure that the way we can get an established plot or established motivation for them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
that would be honestly. That's the thing. Honestly, the key thing they need to do right now is they got to give answers because we're 25 episodes in, and the thing about it is we're getting closer to the end of the series. And so as we get closer, we're getting towards the end. This is the time where we're supposed to be getting at apex.
I think we're halfway through, right?
Yeah, 25. Yeah. So this is the point where we need to start giving a few more answers and whatnot. It's totally fine to introduce new mysteries because Build introduced a lot of new mysteries as well. But this is about the time that we should be introducing some answers, so that way we're a little bit more invested.
What did you say? Oh, talk to the camera. But also another thing that I'm kind of thrown off by is also Gates and his friend. He's definitely conflicted because he knows things and she just wants him to just destroy him, just kill him. But he knows some things. He knows that he saved her, and he knows that there is some redemption for Zi-O. Even though he's at no point in time has he shown any signs of becoming Zi-O. I mean, there's that time when he was in the dark mirror, the mirror side, but there's nothing to
that's him embracing his dark side.
Yeah, but Gates, when he first started off, straight up just hated him because of these pre-misconceptions about him. You know what I mean?
And the only other time we kind of saw that was in that one episode where there was a guy who was running the corporation who started declaring himself a king, and he went and followed him. We were like, Sugo, why are you following this guy or whatever? But apparently he wanted to see what it looked like to be a bad king or emperor, so he kind of learned from that. But yeah, you're right though. It's he's found balance in a way when we went to his mirror universe. But again, he's been nothing but just Sogu, just a big goofball and everything like that. So he never really showed anything evil. And Gates seems to be wrestling with that because she's destroy him. But Gates is I know the guy from the future, but this guy I've been seeing now who I've been fighting with, this is the cool thing about it, though, is that, and I wish that we kind of explore this more, is that when you fight along somebody in battle, we come closer to them. It's like that war brother, it's the bonds of war type deal.
Yeah.
And so I wish they would explore that just a little bit more to kind of show that's what he's struggling with and everything.
It's definitely like Vegeta and Goku a little bit.
Exactly.
It's definitely like Vegeta and Goku, but
more like Goku and Yamcha. But yeah, you're right.
No, I mean Gates is getting better. Obviously he's not. Hit his full potential, and he's always going to be second thought to through Zi-O since Gio's got that Geo 2. So yeah.
But he hasn't. But the problem with this is Gates hasn't given his full thoughts yet. Sorry, my apologies. Got thrown off for a second.
Yeah.
So Gates hasn't reached his full potential yet. So it'll be interesting to see when he actually gets to that point and reaches his full potential and gets there.
So what do you think? What do you think's gonna happen with this new guy? How is he gonna? Is he gonna throw a wrench into the whole plot? Just kind of screw things over with him? Because we got to see the new Zi-O, and he looks like a more roided out version of Geo.
Yeah, I think it's honestly going to be that whole thing about where it's he's going to look at Sugo and it's why do you get all these gifts and abilities? Why do you get to be a future king? We both suffer the same way. Why don't I get these things? And it's going to show you how death can affect two people in two different ways. How you can death can send you down a spiral of depression, possibly of anger and hatred and all these different things. Whereas with Sugo, he found the love of his uncle that helped him maybe not go down that path.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're going to see the duality of those things. What do you think?
I think that there will be. I think he's more of an anti-hero than he is like officially part of the Time Jackers. I think that once they actually sit down and have a conversation about their past, it's gonna be fun to see what he leans forward to. Maybe he'll even get his own belt. He'll become another writer, like not another writer, but like he'll become a new writer. Because I feel like I think we're due for a new writer, or maybe give Black Waz the belt instead of White Waz.
I'm hoping Wool becomes a writer, and I'm hoping was it Tsukiyami?
Yeah.
I hope she becomes a writer too, though.
But I don't like where her character's going right now.
Honestly, that's the reason why I want it to happen, because I agree with you. I don't like where her character's being used either. That's why I keep referring to her as like the Sakura of the situation. I'm like, you need to be a little bit more active. She's not really doing that much to me.
Yeah.
Like she kind of became a flip flopper. You gave her a great point like a couple weeks ago. We talked about how she's like first she was all on board with like saving Sugo, working with Sugo, and now she's on board with just like killing him. It was like her jumping that fast shouldn't have happened like that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though: what were some things that you did like about this week's episode?
The fights were good. I like the what do you call it? I like that they brought back the Another Riders. I like how Gates wasn't able to really reach his full potential, and like he was still like he took the watch from Sugo because he wanted to kill the another what's that? All right, Super Chat, sorry. Super Chat, Nathan Redondo says, feels like Tsukiyami is being controlled by Waz too. Yeah, I think that's something that we talked about last week where, he was able to write in that book. I think that's how she changed his character. But yeah, I'm definitely, I like the fights. I like the new suits. I like the Another Rider, I like that they brought back the Another Rider suits. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go going forward with this new character. I do want, I enjoy characters like that. I enjoy characters that their full potential is not seen. I like where their full potential is not seen. So, but what would you rate this episode?
Bada bing, bada boom. Realest guys in the room. How you do it?
Out of 5, yeah.
2.
2?
I like the introduction of the new.
Well, what do you?
New Alter Rider and everything like that.
Yeah. What do you guys rate this episode? While we're waiting for that, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's fine. I do miss, I always say I want more Decade, but hopefully this new character, this new Another Rider, can bring that kind of dynamic to the team. So we got Red Blue Briller who says 1 out of 5. Nathan 3 out of 5. Dropped J-Boss dropped out of Zi-O out of 5. The Tokyo community dropped Zi-O out of 5.
Good lord.
Well, I mean, I feel like with a lot of Kamen Rider fans, this one's not really.
Nah.
It's definitely I know like Justin says it and Tokyo says it a lot. It's Kamen Rider. It's hit or miss sometimes.
It is.
It's not always.
Like J Boss over here saying, I forgot Zi-O even exists every week. And I fell out, and that's bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the thing though. I really want to take a look at. I forgot to do this. I think as I was coming, but I want to take a look at the ratings to see how the ratings are compared this season to builds. Because honestly, like I kind of feel like overall, I feel like they may be down a little bit.
Continuing, Blackwing says 3.5 out of 5, mainly for the rivalry between Zi-O and Another Zi-O. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the most interesting thing about this arc.
And honestly, that's the reason why I say like when I keep referring to Gates as like the Yamcha, because he hasn't come into that full role. But the Another Zi-O, I mean, honestly, he gives me the impression that he's going to become a good guy at some point, and so he's going to be that Vegeta role.
Yeah.
Give me that arc to him. Did we do that Super Chat yet?
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, we did.
We did.
It's going to be controlled by Waz too.
Oh, and thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan Redondo.
Thank you, Redondo, for that Super Chat. Thank you.
So let's move on to Strongest Battle.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Why
I know
good?
you love it because of Gokaiger.
Good? Oh, but it's just.
But we definitely. What were some of the highlights you thought about this episode?
As always, the fights were amazing. So the fights were super on point. I enjoyed a lot of the fights this episode. I like the continuation of the story, which was like super dope to see. I like the introduction of Doggy Kruger, and being like
bringing him back.
Yeah, I mean him like investigating something and being a part of this. So that was super dope. I love the introduction of the Pink Ranger from what's that? Tokuger, thank you. It was interesting to see her do something, everything like that, with the power of like believing your dreams and seeing her whole goal is to help like bring the world together through food and bring this familial connection, everything like that. And she's like, it kind of cracked me up though. Like she's like, so no matter where you go, you eat the same food, and you always think to your family because all the food will be like taste the same type deal.
Yeah.
And I was like, That's low-key the goal of McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's is like make a lot of food that tastes the same.
What do you think about?
You go. I was like dying, but that was cool though.
Yeah.
But I loved her dream and everything. That was dope to see.
I like the real reveal from the last episode is that who was actually under the mask of Guy's sword, but we finally figured out that it's armor. It's not one person.
Yeah.
It's not one person, and the armor is going around trying to find honestly the strongest battle. So when in the last episode we saw that he had an invitation to the battle.
Yeah.
Which threw us all off because we had no idea
like, how did he get his
how did he
invitation?
get there. But now we learned that he took it from Luca.
Luca, poor Luca knows why I'm wearing my yellow today.
Yeah.
Luca, we gonna get you back. Luca. Don't you worry. Marvelous is coming.
Yep. So it's just a very interesting story, and we kind of see we anticipated this before that Rita is not everything is all cool with Rita. She's shady.
No,
she's
it was
shady.
dope as you were seeing it come out more and more and everything like that. Like by this episode, she's getting evil, and I gotta give them credit though. Like as Jesse explained to us like a couple weeks ago, that this is one of the main writers of Gokaiger and a couple other series and whatnot. This dude, the person in charge of this, the writing team, is doing a really tight 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's never like feeling boring. They're not wasting any time. The story is continuously progressing and whatnot. It's like I am loving where this is going, and I'm going to agree with Layla in the chat. I need my Luca too. I need my Luca too.
Luca back.
That was what I was so looking forward to this episode. When we started chatting, I was like, Luca gonna show up. Luca gonna get part of this. Luca about to give them hands, but hopefully episode 4.
Yeah. Do you think Ninja Red is strung up like Luca is too now?
I don't know.
Because at the end of the episode, Stinger took the armor took over Stinger.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of feel like he may have abandoned that body somewhere, probably like in that cave or somewhere, where I think he keeps Luca around for like his backup because we still haven't found her. She's chained up somewhere.
Yeah. Why is he keeping her around for it?
I don't know. Well, he took. It'll be interesting to find out this whole origin because it seems like he took Luca first.
Yeah.
Which is so bad, because Luca was like a bad.
Because within the first 5 minutes, you saw that her fighting style was
exactly.
Yeah.
And from Gokaiger, she was such a bad A fighter.
Now let's talk about this battle with Zero Red and Gokai Red. This was bad.
Dude,
oh my
this
God.
was so dope.
They even did this really cool like mix up of their theme songs.
Yes. Yo, you picked up on that. Good job, Jezzer.
Yes.
Because I didn't know, because I know you haven't seen Gokaiger yet. So when they played the theme songs, I was like, this is so sick right
and
now.
They had they were just going at it
and I like Farmer was like open up, he was like, let's see if you can follow my lead. And he just starts going there. And I love when he's like at the boxing gloves, like he's running in, but it's a slow mo with electricity.
Yeah, he's going like this. He's going like this.
It low-key reminded me of like Flash from the CW show.
Yeah.
But it was like I was like, this is so sick right now. This is such a good use of slow-mo special effects.
Is this the first episode where he actually used like the keys and changed into different Rangers?
No, he did that last episode too.
Yeah, because I feel like he has so many
Jezzer.
he has so many powers to use and he doesn't use them all.
Jezzer.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you're loving this, you've got to watch Gokaiger.
I will, man.
Because that's the dope part about Gokaiger. Because like Gokaiger does all of that, where they go through, they use all the different powers. It's so dope.
I like how they didn't go with like the very popular Ranger keys too. Like he was going with different ones, especially since in the strongest battle we're seeing a lot of these other Rangers
too. Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean it's gonna be pointless to be changing into them if that's their power.
Exactly.
But even Zolja Red, he had all these power ups and they're just going to town on him. They're just going to town on him. What did you think about when we finally reveal what Marvelous's wish was and what had happened to him?
For who? Like,
for Luca.
For Luca, to save Luca?
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of knew that from the get-go, but I love how the way they portrayed it, though, because, again, for the rest of the people on the team, people who may not have seen Marvels before, you're like, why is this guy so mean? Why is he being such a jerk? Why is he motivated by treasure? But then if you know Marvelous, you know from the get-go, it's like, no, Marvelous' goal is his family, it's his friends, it's his crew. And
he's kind of a dick, though.
Is he now? Yeah. I don't see him now. I can't see it. He's just cool. He's just Marvelous. He just tells it like it is. But like you said, but the cool thing about Marvelous is though, like he may be like a little bit standoffish, but he's a man of his word and he gets your back. When they needed help, he was there. When someone does him a favor, he's like, I owe him a favor. I need to go pay him back. He is there. Like even like we saw that flashback with Doggy Kruger. Yeah. He was like, you're pretty cool.
Was that from Gokaiger?
Yes, it was.
It's a crossover.
Yes, it was.
Nice.
But that's what I was telling you, because like the bad part, like as we talked about Zi-O earlier, is that Zi-O meets past writers and whatnot. They don't do what Gokaiger did, where you had to see this interaction between the two, and they learn lessons from them, and you get to learn about those previous series. With Gokaiger,
they kind of did it a little bit with Super Meg Force, right? No, didn't they do that? callback.
So anyway, with Gokaiger, but with Gokaiger, you get to learn all the history though, so it's super dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this was such a cool scene to see.
Yeah, it was nice seeing Doggy Kruger come back from Deca Ranger. Another cool thing is we kind of figured out why they weren't able to call like Zords or anything. There's like the power, the interference, and I like that both Doggy Kruger and Stinger are both undercover, and they don't really have a horse in this race. You know what I mean?
You know what I kind of feel like this is though. Honestly, this feels like a response to Shattered Grid.
You think so?
In a way, because here's the thing, Shattered Grid, as we know over here in America, was like this huge thing. It was this huge crossover of like all this like Power Ranger continuity and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in Japan they know about it. They've seen it too, and they're like, "Oh, this is really cool." And then they were just like, I bet you we can do it better. And it's just like, and they do it live action like this. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, 'cause remember the whole, the Master Warfare, the whole, like, special they did and everything like that? Was that one episode? They've done a 4-episode series where they've done a huge crossover. And I'm not saying it's on the scale of Shattered Grid, but damn if it's not giving a lot of great, like, moments from, like, the Power Rangers from the Sentai history.
Yeah.
A lot of nods to a lot of different things, meeting past Sentai, just past Sentai Rangers and everything like that. It's so cool to see. And they got a lot of people to come back from it, too, which is dope.
Yeah, especially, what was it, the last one, or the second one, where they had Red from Goanger, or Wild Force. So, yeah, it'd be cool to see more of them, but we're down to one more episode.
I'm gonna be so
what do you think's gonna happen?
I'm gonna be so sad when it's done.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't.
What do you think? Like, really, what's the main goal? Like, what's Rita's main goal? What's Guy Sorg's goal?
I don't know. Like, honestly,
I feel like even though Rita played it off like she didn't know who Guy Sorg was, I feel like she doesn't have a hand in where this armor came from.
For sure, but I think what's really smart about this though is that all of this is leading into the new series, which is super badass. Because Guy Sorg's armor, when you look at it, it looks just like the armor from this show. It's definitely going to lead into that. So I think we're going to see that. We're going to get answers, and we're going to get the setup for the new team, which is going to be dope. So I think we're going to get that as well. We're going to get, of course, we're going to get an amazing final battle because we're already seeing the ultimate forms in the intro.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh.
So that's going to be sick off the chain.
Dude, it's going to be so much fun.
Honestly,
they went through that tournament really quickly through these episodes. Really quickly.
It was so good. Way quicker than the Tournament of Power for people who watch Dragon Ball Super. So much better than Tournament of Power, which is only supposed to be, 45 minutes. So much better.
But so many people love all the banter and everything from Dragon Ball, right?
Why do you do these things? Why do you hurt me, Jezzer?
I'm sorry. But yeah, and they're talking about Dice Aiden, who's coming back. I do want to see this final battle. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens in the 4th episode. But I want to have this kind of like linger a little bit longer because I love these characters.
And what's dope is they're setting up cliffhangers as well. So every episode we're getting payoff, kind of like what I was repeating Zi-O for. There's no payoff, but every episode we're getting payoff while setting up new things. So now we know what's happening with the armor and everything like that. And what does Marvelous do in the very last shot? He puts it on himself. Yep. We're like, Marvelous, why are you so badass? And so now next episode we're just like hoping Marvelous will be able to pull through and go save Luca, and then we'll get into this last episode.
Well, he's trying to access those memories that Stinger was talking about, and maybe because Stinger doesn't know Luca and everything, maybe like Marvelous can see some things that he doesn't see.
Exactly. So like,
but it's definitely a gamble. It's definitely a gamble as far as like. Trying to figure out.
I'll go show for that for Leia's comment.
Okay.
Leia just her got bad for saying like my Luca will be back and I get to see my husband kick ass.
Yes, dude, I've forgotten how much love Gokaiger has gotten.
I honestly, like, here's the thing, like, next time we get some free time, we need to just go through, and I will be happy to watch the series again with you, because, honestly, it is such a dope series. Yeah. And the cool thing about it is, though, it's like a Sentai cheat code in a way. If you haven't got a chance to watch all the history of Sentai, that series does a great job.
How many episodes, 50?
Yeah, just like a solid 50. And honestly, the final episodes, dude, the series just gets better with every, episode.
First off, let me stop you there for a second. You guys, we really enjoyed this episode. While we continue talking, put your rating 5 out of 5 maybe, and how much you enjoyed this episode.
So out of 5, like, what is your rating right now?
So I mean, it's gonna. We have one more episode to go. What do you hope? What do you hope's gonna? Do you think Guy Sorg's gonna find his his right Ranger?
What I hope is going to happen, obviously, I hope Luca gets saved. One of my favorite characters. And so I hope that happens. I'm hoping that Marvelous will, again, save her.
What if Marvelous becomes Guy Sorg and he goes into Resoldier?
So man, no, I don't think that'll happen.
You don't think that's gonna
I
happen?
think Marvelous is that's why they kind of set him up. They haven't like made him like overpowered, but he has had this like badass way about him, where he is like the person on the team who's like can do all these amazing things. So I want to see more of that.
All right, let's see. J Boss gives it a 4.7 out of 5. Red Blue Blur 4.9 out of 5. Nathan Redondo 4.5 out of 5. Athen Gulick 5 out of 5 hands down. Same with Blackwing 5 out of 5 hands down. Ukiya Senpai 4 out of 5. Layla 5 out of 5. I think she's a little biased because she loves Marvelous.
We all do. Yeah. We all do.
Heel Life 5 out of 5. What would you give it? This episode.
I love the mystery. I love the answers to mysteries we got. I love the build up. I love the cliffhanger. I love that fight scene. It was one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a while.
I did like the zipping between back and forth when you had the boxing
honestly,
gloves.
I'd probably give it. The Doggy Kruger stuff was dope. The fight with the Pink Ranger was like pretty good and everything like that. It was dope to see that. Like I will say though, I was a little bit biased in a way. I was like, really?
What?
Doggy Kruger? Really? I haven't seen Tokuger, so I'm just like, I was like, Doggy Kruger's gonna lose?
There's one thing we were talking about. The scene where Pink Tokuger and Doggy Kruger were talking and kind of like planning out their attack. They had a scene where, you know, they do that scene. It's a white room and then they're unmorphed. And then Doggy Kruger's just blue and hairy and she's like in regular clothes. It's like, why is he wearing his uniform? She's wearing regular clothes. Why isn't he wearing his uniform? Why is he naked right now?
Oh.
It's just kind of weird. Because, you know, Justin said Tokuger that she's technically a little girl.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But, you know, it's Doggy Kruger. Whatever. I do want to watch Deca Ranger, though. There's a lot. Like, one thing that... Look, oh, my God. Wait, is that clothes, though? I don't know. Or is that him? It's just weird. He still has like his bracelet and his.
Maybe that's his. Why? Oh wow, that is.
It's just weird.
But he has like it says the runner thing. It says SPD. Maybe that's like a different jacket. I hope.
No, I think that's him. I think that's him. Honestly, though, like watching this Strongest Battle little mini series, it makes me want to go back and watch some of these Super Sentais, which is great. Like we have a lot of them from Shout Factory. They just announced what Jetman is going to be coming out on DVD. So yeah, I do want to check those out, and I'm super excited. Are you excited for Soldier?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I do feel bad that for the fact that again they had to go to the dinosaurs because Dragon season would have been dope, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I like their costumes.
What rating did you give this episode?
Oh, let's see. You gave it a rating?
I haven't given one yet.
I will give it a 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 out of 5. Why
4.5? I feel like the next one is gonna be way better. I want to save. 4.5 out of 5. I mean, it's decent. That's decent.
Honestly, I'd probably have to give it. Yeah, I would agree with you. I give it 4.5 out of 5.
5 man. Correct. The chat says 5 man. My bad. Jetman already came out.
I have to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was amazing. I love the action sequences. I love the build of the story. My only disappointment was again I was hoping we get Luca this episode because I wore my yellow for Luca and everything like that. I also broke out. Bam! My phone posits for Luca this week. It's your boy,
that's gold.
Johnny
That's not yellow.
Close enough. And so these are the foam posits. These came out back in the 90s. These were Penny Hardaway shoes. You know my shoes smell amazing. Don't you even play, Jezzer. The dope thing about it is if anybody's ever interested in collecting sneakers, foam posits are great. They don't crease. They're pretty much bulletproof. Jezzer, shoot it. Bullets bounce off. I'm telling you.
I don't have a gun.
Pro.
If I had a gun, I would not be shooting the shoe. I'd be shooting something else.
But yeah, so honestly, great episode this week. Yeah. I'm looking forward to next week.
I'm definitely looking forward to next week. Looking forward to next week, and you know, it'd be really cool if they have the like an hour special where they have the Strongest Battle, and then right after the premiere of Resoldier. But you know, we're gonna have to wait a week.
We will.
So, Johnny, where can everyone find you on social media?
You can find me at JohnnyP313 on Instagram, Twitter, and on Gumroad. You can find my comics, Broken, and my other book, Elvish, is on there as well. Nice. You can also catch me next week. I'll be at Emerald City Comic Con.
Oh,
so I'm going
where's that at?
Seattle. It's like the third.
Can you bring me something back from Seattle? Okay.
But I'm going out there to go talk on the panel. I'll be on necessary debates and also.
I think Matthew Thompson's from Seattle.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, hope to see you out there.
Yeah.
And then I'll also you'll see me there, and then I'll be back here.
Oh nice. Well, you can find me on all social media at Jezzer. I'm doing this little Twitch thing, so that's going to be fun. But yes, this is the conclusion of the second part of our TGIS. We still have Superhero News Network. We're going to be diving in to Captain Marvel. Have you seen that yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? We're going to be diving in. I feel like it's going to be exciting. And then after that, we're going to be talking about female reboots of films on Box Office Showdown.
Dope.
Yeah. So you guys stick around for more of TGIS. Thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that showed up, and thank you to the super chats from Nathan Arredondo. And you guys, stick around because we have more hashtag shows to give you.
Yes,
thank you so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending.
And geek pop culture.
Bye.
We out.